Hello and welcome to highlights from finals day at Henley Royal Regatta. After 5 grueling days, 368 lung-busting races, Sunday saw the conclusion to this prestigious event with these magnificent trophies up for grabs. Here's 14-time Henley champion Sir Matthew Pinsent with a breakdown of the prizes on offer on finals day.
There are 26 trophies currently on offer at Henley Royal Regatta, and they're divided up into different layers. If we start at the top, we've got what we call the open events, and those essentially are the boat classes that you'd see competed for at a World Championships or an Olympic Games. So the very best Olympics and World Championship medalists are going to be competing for those. The next layer down is intermediate. This is for the very best universities from around the world, the sort of Oxbridges, the Ivy Leagues, the best clubs, under 23 championship crews. They go into the intermediate tier. There are 2 further tiers, one of which is student. That is obviously a university-based trophy. Then you've got the club events for both men and women. And then the very junior events, inverted commas, are for those aged 18, and they are racing for schools or clubs, and they race in either 8s or quadruple sculls. Some of the trophies are as old as Henley Royal Regatta is, and some are very new, but each are in the business of creating their own little piece of history. And in a lot of cases, the crew get engraved physically on the trophy or the base. And so for years after you win, you can come back and find your year and find your name engraved on that piece of silverware. So there is something very special about winning a Henley trophy.
There's something special indeed about victory here, and a whole host of future superstars were looking to kickstart their rowing career with a Henley success. Let's then take in the very best junior action from the Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip Challenge Cups.
Both Coxes with their hands down and ready to go here in this final of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup, and the cheers will be from start to finish here as St Paul's go blasting out of the blocks to try and take a lead over the National Schools champion St Edward's.
St Paul's steering a really strong, tight line. I would expect to see them staying really close to the booms to get the maximum they can out of that station they've got on Berkshire there.
John Hedger warning once again St Edward's to get back to the Buckinghamshire station. They're not near St Paul's, but any adjustments they have to respond. And look at that blade work from St Paul's here. That is absolutely sublime. It was a length, they've closed it to half a length. St Paul's are continuing to move here through the progress boards, but I think St Edward's, they lost in 13, they lost in 14, but they will win this final of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup by just a few seats over St Paul's School, and that will be absolutely incredible for the boys of St Edward's School. Teddies will claim the trophy. It will be returning to Oxfordshire, and my word, 24 years without a name on the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup, and they've gone and done it here in 2023.
It's rewarding, I can tell you that. It feels like nothing else. Crossing that line was the best feeling I've had ever, and I don't think I'll get topped. No, I think we deserve it. We've put the work in, and I think it's the best result we could have asked for.
Go!
Yeah, no messing around here. As soon as those hands were down, Matthew Pinsent says, attention, go. And Deerfield versus Greenwich. Greenwich on the left-hand side of your picture. Deerfield Academy on the right-hand side of your picture. Both from the USA. And I think for me, it's the might of Deerfield Academy that goes out into the lead through the island.
A fantastic race. We said it's been a fantastic event throughout this junior women's 8, and here they are, bow to bow ball at halfway, rowing into this big, strong headwind.
And look at that, the iconic backdrop for an iconic final of the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy. Just 2 years of this event, but it's an all-American final, and Greenwich, having come from the back foot, have rowed through now to get half a length over early leaders, Deerfield Academy USA, as they come in front of the progress boards.
Coming through the progress board, the umpire moving both crews apart so that it don't clash, but here we go, coming down to the line. It looks for me like it's going to be Greenwich crew. It is that Greenwich crew from the United States across the line, ahead of Deerfield, about half a length, and a great move A great last quarter from Greenwich crew there.
In the Diamond Jubilee final, the Tideway Scullers School impressively beat Whitcliffe Junior A.
That's an incredible performance that Tideway Scullers, they raised their standard for finals day.
And in the Forley, a tight race had the grandstands on their feet as Leander stopped Hinckley's impressive regatta run. The next step for many of those junior rowers will be university level, and the student events provided some of the best clashes on finals day. A dominant Oxford Brookes were involved in all three of the student finals, and let's see how they fared in the best of them, the Prince Albert and Island Challenge Cups.
Go! Off they go then, and you can see the University of Washington on the buck station to the right of your picture, and you've got Oxford Brookes University on the left-hand side. Washington edging ahead. Oxford Brookes just trying to keep pace.
Washington last won this in 2015. They brought a squad over, had a particularly strong crew this year, strong squad, wanted to go back with a medal, and at the moment all eyes on these four men. Jonathan Wang Norderud in the bow, Archie Drummond at 2, Ethan Blight at 3, Ryan Smith at stroke, and they are coxed by Casey Neumann. There's very little in it.
Driving to the line now and forcing their way ahead of University of Washington. It's been a great race. Oxford Brookes University leaving everything else on the water. Struggle to the line. You can see in the bow seat there, even Fulstrup just getting his boat that little bit closer to Maniko.
What a display of power.
Jack Cooper, Maureen Onrech, over the line they go, and it's Oxford Brookes University again defending their Prince Albert Challenge Cup trophy. The roars from them, ecstatic scenes in their boat. University of Washington just blown away in the second half of that race.
We kind of had a plan in mind and we sort of stuck to that, so it was all the boys did their job. It was pretty amazing.
It's the best feeling in the world. 9 months, these boys have worked as hard as anyone else has, probably harder. They deserve the victory. We went out there, we put on display. Washington went up, we worried about ourselves, and we did the absolute best job we can possibly do. Great race.
Ready to go in the Island Challenge Cup. University of Pennsylvania on the left and Oxford Brookes A on the right. 9 metres past this platform is the halfway mark, and it's like you've got to restart the race really, because there's nothing in it. Those bow balls are aligned just like they were with our historic piece of string at the start. The second half of the race has started as the first half started. It's doing it all over again for another 1,100 metres. Penn attack for the final time past the steward's enclosure.
Well, this is it. Penn have checked the mood. Penn are back in contention, but I think Brookes still by a few feet as they come up towards the line. It's probably a quarter of a length to Brookes. They're going to take this one, I think.
Big attack from Penn there. Credit to them. Really big attack in the last 300 metres. Go again, Penn. Go again, but Brookes are rising. It's tense. Penn are coming towards the line. It's going to be really close. Here they accelerate. It's Oxford Brookes just ahead of Penn by a canvas. Oxford Brookes, well, it's a day to be part of that club. My goodness, look at the celebrations again. Oxford Brookes A beating University of Pennsylvania A crew in the Island Challenge Cup.
And Oxford Brookes made it a trio of student event successes, taking the win in the Temple Challenge Cup against Syracuse University.
Victory celebrations, a multiple victory celebration for Brookes this afternoon.
So some incredible student action across finals day. Now, you don't have to look too far in the racing schedule or amongst the fans in the crowd to see the dominance of Thames Rowing Club, Oxford Brookes and locals Leander. They made up 5 of the 8 crews in the club finals. Let's take in the very best of those in the Britannia Challenge Cup.
Thames Rowing Club A in the black, red and white versus Molesey Boat Club in the black and white. And off we go for the Britannia Challenge Cup, or the Brit as we know it, the men's club Coxed Falls final. There we see a duck dashing out of the way as these 2 crews come thundering towards him. Again, 2
very well known, very well respected crews coming down this course. They will again know this course very well, and they'll have had all the stories and all the history of what can be done at Henley, and they'll want again to be part of that amazing legacy that means Henley Royal Regatta, the win is in your CV.
Wow, what a start from this Thames crew. They have moved to a length, that's one entire boat length, away from this Molesey crew. Now, both these crews had very tight races in their last race, but they've all had a day off. Their last race, their semi-final was Friday.
Well, I want to know what Thames are doing on their day off, because whatever they've done, it's worked. They have made such an impact at a very early part of the start.
Well done to the whole of Thames Rowing Club. What an absolutely fantastic regatta they have had. Their coach, Matthew Christie, can be hugely pleased with himself, pat himself on the back. It's unbelievable. Alex Law, Joseph White, Taylor Amos, Thomas Walton and Charlotte Pascone are crossing the line to take the Britannia Challenge Cup, arms in the air for 2023, and the celebrations have just begun.
Across the other club finals, the Wyfold Challenge Cup went the way of London Rowing Club, beating Thames A by a length and a half.
It's London Rowing Club over the line, winners in the Wyfold Challenge Cup, and Thames Rowing Club's reign as champions in this one is over for now.
Two Henley Titans, Leander and Thames, met in the final of the Wargrave, with Thames pulling off an impressive victory.
They take the Wargrave Challenge Cup at Henley Royal Regatta 2023.
And Thames A also won their namesake trophy with a high-rate start that opened this massive lead. It was their 5th Thames Challenge Cup victory in the last decade.
Matthew Moran, the coxswain, slaps the water. Ecstatic scenes in the Thames boat.
I think we just executed the plan so well. Like, we knew they'd start really hard, just stuck to what we're doing, and I think it was the best row we've had. Like, it's a really awesome way to end the year for us.
Hello and welcome to highlights from day 6 at Henley Royal Regatta. The stakes are at their highest here on finals day. With 184 years of history, there's an opportunity to be the latest name on these incredible trophies. Let's then take in all the very best action from the intermediate events, starting with Leander up against Oxford Brookes in this, the Ladies' Challenge Plate.
And we are at the start of the Ladies' Challenge Plate. And I said earlier this morning to Cam, this regatta, or these finals particularly, have been a story of two clubs, and that story is being told in this event. Leander Club up against Oxford Brookes University A. And a quick start it was, both of these crews winding into action. Leander Club on the left of your screen, Oxford Brookes University A on the right. Brookes just looking a little bit more aggressive with what they're doing. They're really sitting back nicely. I thought early in the race they were perhaps cutting those finishes off, and I thought, oh, how's this going to stack up as the conditions get a bit heavier? But they're really starting to lean into it and working through the back end of the stroke here, but super aggressive in their style. We see a little look across from Tom Ballinger in the bow seat of the Leander Club crew. They know they're coming to the dying stages. Leander starts to lift. They're coming down towards the line.
Oh, what a finish we are here. We've got the best seat in the house, being able to see these two ferocious eggs come back onto the finish line. Looks like Leander have stolen half a length back, and it's really going to be close as they come to the line. Looks like Brookes might just have it from this angle.
What a finish. Huge comeback from Leander, but they left their run too late.
That's an impressive race there from the Oxford Brookes boat.
In the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup, a strong Leander performance overcame Hollandia Row Club.
Last remaining strokes for Leander, and 3 is the magic number for them. Well done, well sculled. What a moment for those 4 men. Crossing that line, continuing the tradition, winning at Henley.
In their second clash on finals day, Oxford Brookes pulled the double over Leander with a win in the visitors.
Aloft again, what's becoming a familiar picture. the victory salute from Oxford Brooks, taking the trophy in the visitors over Leander.
We've trained all year. We've seen these guys training all year. We've beaten them all year. But it's just so good to polish it off and get it done. And it's so good because all of us are down here. We've got 5 crews back to back today. And we're just ticking off the teams like off. And it's so great to just have that with the whole team here. Like you've seen behind us, everyone's there supporting us. We've had people like alumni, everyone. And it's just so fantastic to put it off for the whole team, past and present.
So you've seen the finals from junior to student to intermediate, but Henley attracts the world's best. Let's now take in the action from the elite men's open events, starting with this classic in the Queen Mother.
The Queen Mother Challenge Cup now on the start, and this is between Nottingham Rowing Club and Leander Club, which is the GB senior quad here on the left-hand side of your screen, and the world champions from Poland on the right-hand side of your screen. And this is going to be quite the showdown here in the Queen Mother. Both of these crews are top-level international competition. So here they are coming towards us on the left. Fabian Baranski leading out the Polish crew. Such an experienced lineup. You've got Miroslav Zatuski in the 3 seat, Mateusz Biszkup in 2, and Dominic Chaya in the bow seat. They're going head-to-head with Tom Barras, Matthew Haywood, George Bourne, and newcomer Callum Dixon has been put into the bow seat here. And this is still such a wonderful race as we come through the 3/4 mile. I think Poland just with the edge perhaps, Greg, but really nothing much to it on the eye.
They're closing the gap. We're in this camera position. We're about 10 strokes from the finish line. The British are sprinting. The British are coming close. I think the Polish have still got a tiny lead, but they've got to hold it for the last 10 strokes. Here we come down to the line. It's all about technique. It's all about quality. It's all about power now.
It's a home race here for the British. I'm sure 80% of the crowd here are probably backing the British, and I think it's going to carry them through the line as they go and canvas up, and they're going to beat Poland for the first time this season. The world champions overturned by Nottingham Rowing Club and Leander Club here. That is a huge, huge victory here for Team GB against Poland.
In the other elite men's races, Oxford Brooks easily won the Stewards against Thames Rowing Club.
A dominant display, as we would expect from Oxford Brooks University, the British men's 4, as Thames Rowing Club A come down to the line.
Garcia Pujola and Conde Romero ended Spain's 184-year wait for Henley Silverware with a win in the doubles.
Garcia and Conde, for the first time for Spain, victory at Henley. Rodrigo Conde Romero, fantastic Rodrigo, yes, here he is, the bull by the horns in this race.
Well, very proud, very happy. It's a very special gift for us. It was incredible, all the people cheering up, doing the warm-up, so a big motivation for us to have a good race.
Ollie Wynne-Griffith and Thomas George overcame Canadians Jack Walkie and Joel Cullen in the final of the Goblets.
Yeah, Tom, that's your first Henley medal. The red box is yours finally.
Oliver Zeigler retained his Diamond Sculls Challenge Cup title with victory over Peter Pleminski of Poland. And a joint Oxford Brooks Leander boat held off Maple Bay Rowing Club to win the regatta's premier event, the Grand Challenge Cup.
It's an emphatic victory for the British in the final of Henley's premier event, the Grand Challenge Cup.
So some extraordinary results in the men's open events, but not to be outdone, there was also awesome racing in the women's events, none better than this head-to-head between a pair of international juggernauts.
Attention.
We're now at the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. This is for elite women's single sculls, and it really is an elite field up here on the start between Diana Dimchenko of Azerbaijan on the left-hand side of your picture on the Berkshire station, and Marta Velichko of Poland on the right-hand side of your picture on the Buck station.
So here they are. We know they can go the whole way. I think they're going to need to go the whole way. Still completely anybody's race. What a fantastic final we're watching here.
This is really astounding stuff in these elite sculls for the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. Dinchenko sculling was so close here to the booms and the piles, but that is exactly where you wanted it to be. This is absolutely perfect, a spoon's width from that side of the course. Well, it was only the semi-finals in 2018, it was only the semi-finals in 2019, and in 2022 knocked out as well before getting the opportunity to contest the final. But Diana Dinchenko of Azerbaijan is not going to let it happen again. She's just got another few strokes to go. She's easing up over the line to watch herself cross in this Princess Royal Challenge Cup. That was a stunning race. It was right to the line, so thrilling.
The Stoner Challenge Cup, Opokowu and George from Great Britain against Moffat and Casson from Canada. The British on the left, the Canadians on the right, and the Canadians have blasted off, haven't they?
Yeah, that is a lighty start for sure. This is one thing I know this crew does very well. They are absolutely gritty. They may be lightweights, but today I think they'll be heavyweight hunters as this Olympic hopeful and Olympic double go down the course.
So it's the Canadians rowing in the colours of Shawnigan Lake School. Big yellow stripe down the back of their singlets, which are navy blue, driving in synchronicity together. They've kept their rate high throughout these conditions from the start, even now to the finish. They're not going to let off. There is going to be no let up. The British are trying to close, but I think it's too little too late as the Canadians come up to the progress board.
Looks like Jill's going to tell Jenny, time to go, let her out of the cage. The heavyweight hunters are here, and it looks like they are going to cross the finish line against the amazing team from GB. Bringing the rate up, just doing just enough to get across. A little look out of the boat from from Jill. She knows that the course is going to be there, and they're across the line.
Canada win the Stoner Challenge Trophy for women's double sculls ahead of the British crew. There's confirmation of the Stoner result. It was never really in doubt. I think from the first stroke, the Canadians showed intent and purpose.
It's like everything you imagine and a bit more. It's a little bit overwhelming, but really, really exciting. And I can see why rowing's so big in GB when you have an event like this.
Yeah, completely. I'd say it's the same as when you get told the Olympics are a really big deal and then you go and it's like nothing, it's beyond your wildest dreams. It's sort of Henley. I mean, we knew to expect the glitz and the glam, but the competition and just the crowds and the energy here is like unmatched anywhere I've ever been. Yeah. It was so special.
Elsewhere in the open women's schedule, a joint Leicester-Leander boat held off a strong Canadian Shawnigan Lake School crew in the Princess Grace. Double Olympic champion Helen Glover dominated the town event in 2023.
As we can see, the Leander Imperial Club take the win.
In the Reminen, there was another Canada versus Leander tussle.
Oh, Canada, here they come across the line. Henley Royal champions. The first time this is done in decades or ever. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh.
There was victory for Leander Club rowers in the Hambledon pairs.
These national team members are going to cross the finish line to take the Hambledon Pairs Challenge Cup.
26 trophies were presented after the final race had concluded. From school kids to Olympians, from international crews to local scullers. For some it was the first, for some it will be the last. But lifting a trophy here is always a special moment. So that's it from Henley Royal Regatta 2023. What a year it's been. We started with 732 crews from around the globe, and after a finals day to remember, 26 left with silverware. Records have been broken, legacies have been cemented, and new stars have been born on this iconic stretch of the River Thames. Until next year, it's goodbye.